Okay, I think we're off to a strong start. There's just going to be a lot of pained wincing going on, I think, in this review. Wow, where to start? Browning BAR M1918A2, altered by some sadistic maniac. Wire folding buttstock makes me cry a little inside. And pause again there because we have one of these heinous optical sights. Again, where to start? So, buttstock, what's going on there? Drum magazine on there. What? Now, the idea of putting skateboard tape or a specialist firearms version of it is definitively a 21st century phenomenon. That may be the least of our problems. Otherwise, we've got a Thompson cuts compensator on the end of the barrel. You can't just stick a cuts on the end of that. It's just magically stuck to the end. Oh, wow. The world's tiniest 1940s reflector gun sight mounted on the side of the sight mount. Yeah. Okay, this confused me initially. Someone's playing games with me. It is in fact an MG42 that somebody has somehow replaced the whole barrel assembly and half the receiver, effectively, and they have removed the buttstock. When you do that, you lose your recoil spring. So I don't think that's possible, and it's certainly not desirable, because how are you going to shoot it without a buttstock? But clearly that will confer some benefit in the game. I'm not even going to ask what. Again, barely recognisable as a Mosin. I know we're in multiplayer here. I have to remember we're in multiplayer, but it's just ridiculous. A really weird bit of iron shelving monopod. Box magazine feed, I'm fairly certain wouldn't work. It's got an enormous, what looks like magazine catch that's attached to the magazine. You're going to hit it by accident and have your magazine fall out. Weird, like 1980s Ford Escort upholstery on the semi-pistol grip on this thing, and a really weird modern-looking Monte Carlo-esque semi-pistol grip buttstock that didn't exist. This is not quite as wacky as it looks, based upon the MP41, but the way this has been modified, so cheek riser, like a modern sniper rifle. I don't think those even existed for sniper rifles in the 40s, I'm pretty sure of that. That's a bit mad. Thompson 1921, 1928 foregrip bodged onto the bottom of this wooden stock. This has been mercifully left mostly as it is in real life. I spoke a little too soon. We have some grip tape on this as well. I don't know whose idea it was to put 21st century grip tape on 1940s guns, but there we are. And if you do this, it's your own fault. 30 round magazine capacity. That is very clearly the SMLE 10 round magazine that is actually on the Charlton rifles. How that's 3 times the size, I don't know. Quantum singularity in the bottom of the magazine box or something. Even though I've seen this one before, it still makes me twitch. We have here what happens when you put all your Sten guns in the dryer, a historical suppressor, an ahistorical reflex sight, and a slightly silly paint scheme. God, I think this is a Garand. What have they done to you? Some bizarre, very 1990s to 2000s looking sporting stock. Ludicrous muzzle brake on the end there. Guess that would help. Did they have them then? No. And we have a drum magazine, because of course we do. I can hear John Cancius Garand revolving in his grave, probably more efficiently than this drum mag revolves. What just happened? Something's gone wrong here. An M1 ping without the clip. Very confusing. Oh, I'm actually speechless at this thing. Vaguely period-looking muzzle brake. Not really that much recoil on a Sturmgewehr, which is clearly what this was before it was butchered. Delightful black and gold colour scheme, which I don't hate actually. I think that's the thing I hate least about this. We've got a drum magazine because why not? Not sure what's going on with the sights, but I'm not going to like it, I'm pretty sure. And then more grip tape, more gold, and then for some reason we've got a sort of H&K end cap for an MP5 or something transported back through a wormhole to the Sturmgewehr. At least we've got that. At least the recoil spring isn't free to fly out the back of the gun. The gun would actually work, maybe? Frankly, I'm slightly losing the will to live. What can I say about this thing? It looks like somebody took a cutting torch to a Thompson. Yeah, the barrel's been cut right back. That's not going to do your ballistics any favours. I can't quite work out what's going on with the foregrip, but holding this thing would be difficult and uncomfortable, and you'd probably shoot your fingers off. Let's see it in action. Never seen anyone do a tactical reload with a 100-round Thompson mag before. Let me tell you, simply replacing the mag, or taking the magazine off and putting it on, is difficult. If you were lucky enough to have more than one of these mags, I don't know what you'd do, but you wouldn't be able to do that. Right, we've had the Volkssturmgewehr on this series before, and you may recall that it is meant to be an extremely simple semi-automatic rifle for the use of reserve, like last-ditch troops. So what you don't want to be doing is pimping it like it's your ride with ludicrous drum magazines, foregrips, optical sights, weird bird charms, or anything else that's been applied to this unfortunate beast. People assume it's people's assault rifle, and therefore it's automatic. What it actually is Volkssturm, as in the German Home Guard, Gewehr rifle. So it should not be firing automatically, and it definitely shouldn't be festooned with nonsense. Just for our collective sanity, I feel like I need to hold this and tell it that everything's going to be okay, having seen that version. This is a proper SGG-44, unmolested, but it does have an actual Second World War optical sight on it that was actually designed to be used on this rifle. And it is in the game, so they have represented it. So if you want a modernized World War II rifle, this should be it.